bosome so a nya wona to aduane ma yedie onua ye be kan okore na kire na oyematumi atwa koro fine because we ase ya wono nipa ne bi ho a wona mo bobra no anka no kora nche mo ntumi ntena ti yeda mo ina ase ene ni awo mensa ni faso ntenten so pe I don't know and afei the ocean finfin innocent onye innocent da and afei His Excellency the President in waiting
fellow Ghanaians
Kofi Grante
I shall protect the public press.
Oba ukofa sama ba GH boy. Yeti asembia mai.
GH boy.
Kofa asembia ma ate. Entino ye be kasa na ya mo hu ne ma hodo a. Koso nyame ya adoma efiada mene ya atiti ye be ye MPP elections no analysis anopa no fire no mene ya atiti da be ye Yatiti a strong supporter of Professor Christopher Ameyo Kumfi.
1962.
Onye supporter ketwa. But unfortunately, onye delegate to submit. Onye delegate. Yeah, delegate crowd ya kaya no atu use utoka onye delegate. Yatiti nye delegate.
Insignificant.
O supported Professor Christopher Ameyo Kumfi. Na me adoma ifiada no pa ye be kire when na be winning as General Secretary, when na be winning as National Chairman. Ye be ko women organizer, ye be ko youth organizer. Na yetu kana fe yetimi akwa akohwe treasurer no oba no de oye na nra no we lose election no. Yeah, sure. We lose election no. And then a few others. Yebema we huni na na fe bibia etimi atoto fine the about. So no shelen so na fama yenim de oba woni General Secretary. De ekoni na no yebe ka kire ho entom fa ho. We nye prophecy. We a prediction. Nti we nya nyame na aka kire obi a yebe ba be kanina so they are show. Nina saying
yes, Captain.
Good. Innocent.
Captain.
Be there fine.
Oh, nyame adom.
Kofi.
The master.
Bibia boko there.
Bibia enye boko.
Adey.
Oh, Bibia enye boko. Captain. Na Captain, what can I be before we start to program? A few minutes ago. What can I say? One balance of payment. Excuse. I want to Sika wa IMF and what a baby chia aka ni ade.
It's a balance of payment.
But you see, that in itself, no crash should be a reason why I say IMF ma sika. And they say balance of payment has nothing to do with that which happens domestically. Balance of payment ni young business foreign trade. Imports ni exports. Say a net export deficit. Until you net export deficit, and now create a balance of payment. Balance of payment. J sika now the kwakutia. Until one could balance balance of payment in your excuse. In could just come from michiaka ye incomes. And no confirm the failure. And I make a say when cluelessness meets unpreparedness. This government has failed. They are clueless. They don't have a clue, faintest clue. They don't have the mental capacity. They don't even understand what they're doing. They are a bunch of clues. Now, all this while, it has been, a grand deception. All this while, grand deception. It's so disgraceful. I can't even understand. Now, IMF, we have few to say IMF, so they haven't done us a favor. And say, Obi fairly exam 16 times. Now, every time Obi failing, Obi man pass questions, say, any past questions. Ebesa Babio, Captain, the factors that brings us to IMF will never change. If you have high uncontrolled debt, you have inflation out the roof, you have a surplus, you don't have a surplus, what surplus trade you're negative. Now we need reserves. Why would you not go to IMF? You will always go to IMF. Now Yao say the MPP is spinning, or spin reason NDC call IMF. Now NDC is another failure, but the fact said they have the audacity to spin. Say, oh, the NDC went to our friend the IMF because of a credit facility. Then. Listen, deaf is deaf is deaf. The objective of the exercise, is to keep the patient alive. So, when you die, you are dead. Whether it's a heart attack, and I say, diabetes, and high blood pressure. So, what I say, it's the permanent and irreversible stoppage of circulation, respiration, and brain function. So if you don't have circulation, you don't have respiration, and your brain function is dead, you are considered dead. How you died, it's not a factor. The fact is, you were supposed to keep the patient alive. Ghana has died, you went to IMF. Now, the patient actually lived on 16 times you killed the patient. I mean, you were a failure, you were confirmed, and the worst case that we have to make, if you want to say, you see, the NDC or the opposition party, whichever was in opposition at the time we went to IMF, is equally to blame. Because the signs are so evident and so obvious. Into what to mean, say, we require IMF na wunim. A couple of months ago, what by press a year, what kasa, oh, we will never go to IMF. Where were these guys? Were they sleeping? I never was said. Into 275 parliament, 275 parliamentarians, and over 100 ministers, walk of parliament, I didn't walk. Maybe per se me captain won't to mean cancer, I didn't train. Then the way of parliament. Parliament, so on talk.
No, I mean, you see, let's be sincere. Emra na omosheno. Emra a free cabinet neba. Emra a private member bill. LGBT ekoye. One et me apase.
Wow.
I mean, yeah, sincere kakra o. Parliament omo debate niama omo committees. Omo debate we no omo di aba plenary ho. Omo we Mr. Speaker.
No okufie.
You see, actually there's nothing new to be done by Parliament. I'm telling you today. There's nothing new. Apart from approving loans.
Hey.
And they say you have a minister, and you have questions or answer. You have a exams, sir. Unim questions, sir, but minister no you have a friend a question. Your man questions are obey no dada. But all vetting there are questions oko year no wabro ndi minister dano. Your man questions. Into oba kono nim say so be kohwe gomwa ekwan no be year no adenti na ache. Okwa no aka say contractor na nya adenti be yi na free so say.
Hey. She say, "Hey, inti abusuafo ne ere kan na de bia ya kan ne say, Muntio, it's never going to change." And it said, then these guys don't have the mental capacity. They have failed Ghana, and opposition, the BOB orchestra opposition Biana is equally to blame. Listen, this has been a grand Ponzi scheme. This is a sovereign Ponzi scheme. And Nana Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, is the grand master of the grand deception of this Ponzi scheme. It's totally inexcusable. You cannot fake failing 16 times at IMF and deserve an excuse. You can't. Okay? Say, obia we your objective biano. And America say, the fact is that the IMF no errands sada. Inti se mu se mo ansua bibia afim na mo fail 16 times. Say 17 now. What I didn't necessarily have my chance. The whole economic mismanagement team, as they would now resign. Wouldn't necessarily what you want to do. So economic mismanagement team, as they what you want to do. So what that's so what at post international said they're going to cause even further damage. Now let me ask you this, Ghana for the hand and the brain are cause so damage, ono an yeresa akogye 2 billion no ne yesa abre won se mo de mo manage sikai na ye nyansafo ni ye nyansafo won a won just think about it. What your patient at hospital doctor aba o say oh surgery make me aye well patient no what na komochire what the patient for aba who say patient the same doctor na mra no me perform surgical procedure no then now dey say besi inti Ghana fo mo ma ye nya adwene 2024 NDC MPP won edi ngabro wo ye widifo akromfo ense say ye de Ghana japade bia ma won violate yen heavily inti yenya won kwan ne yemfa won so ne yehwe say obi foforo wonim die ni nyansa ade yenye me kan chem Ghana oman no eye common sense o say we were debt 400 billion cedis we debt to GDP plus 80%. 300,000 of your finest human stock graduates will matriculate every year. Now over 2 million graduates were unemployed. 128% of who receivables goes to paying public sector workers and it will interest on what debt. How can this be a surprise? Captain, how can this be a surprise, Ghana folk? How can we give the same people who've caused these circumstances? MPP Repa Bengmuno, that you would over 3 million people are graduates are unemployed. Say 11 million. The Kenofore Tankasaba Kesi, 11 million people are unemployed. 56% of young population here 24 years or younger. In the next 10, 15 years, we're going to go from 31 million to 50 million. Into 56%, 17.3 million people. What one can 11 million unemployed one? 28 million. Into in the next 15 to 20 years, half of the country is going to be unemployed. Do you understand how much of a demographic catastrophe this is? Mufu say ding. Gobeno cry nya bi nibio. Ebeye ding ankasa say sokin skra wo bedia. Secret nim. Isu kra wo nya na ode aka. Just we gari ne sa. Masa, people don't understand. We just say go. Na mo mam kan say min kire mo. Your problem aye wo 4 million Nigerians na wo gu chrome had. Wo be makra ye ding ama ye nga ye wo from ho. The bottom few na ye wo from ho. E fe ne ba be ye ding. Inti captain me the best here for now.
Innocent.